So lads, today we're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark's weird shoe situation.
Did you hear about Caitlin Clark's $28 million Nike deal? Sounds amazing, right? But wait till you hear the shocking truth behind it.
I'm going to be talking about how badly her agent fumbled the entire situation for her signature shoe and everything. And I mean this when I say this, fumbled real bad.
Clark's agents might have just cost her $50 million in the long run. You might be thinking, but $28 million is still a lot of money, sure, but imagine being locked into a deal that might be peanuts compared to what you're worth in just a year or two. That's the situation Clark's facing now. Now, everyone's asking how could they mess this up so badly?
I think in general, she probably knows that there was a screw up. I think Caitlin Clark's team knows that they messed up. They done goofed. They done goofed badly when it comes to what they've done with that Nike deal.
Picture this: Caitlin Clark steps onto the court at NBA All-Star Weekend. The crowd's going wild, but something's different. Clark's not just playing well, she's absolutely dominating against the best of the best. Mind you, everyone's watching, and you can almost hear their thoughts. She's not a college player anymore, she's a pro.
Candy at the three, Boston the rebound, getting her first minutes. Clark, the flick ahead, oh what a dime from Clark, and Jones lays it in. A gorgeous pass from Caitlin Clark.
This is one of the things that makes Caitlin Clark elite at the very top.
Clark shooting lights out, making passes that leave jaws on the floor. It's like she's playing a different game than everyone else. Clark's performance isn't just impressive, it's a statement. She's proving she's outgrown college ball. She needs a deal that matches her talent and fast. But here's where it gets really interesting.
So initially, several companies offered Caitlin Clark deals contingent on her staying in college a fifth year, which means that these were deals that were signed before she finished college.
Clark's agents, they didn't see this coming, not at all. You might be wondering, how could they not see it? Well, that's the million-dollar question, or should we say the $50 million doll question, because that's what's at stake here. Now, let's break down exactly what made Clark's performance so jaw-dropping. It wasn't just her scoring, though, that was off the charts. It was her court vision, her confidence, the way she controlled the game. She wasn't just keeping up with the pros, she was setting the pace. Clark was setting the pace on the court, but off the court, that's where things started to unravel.
She has signed this contract, you guys, and her WNBA season has come and gone. And with that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise, and we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoes.
Caitlin Clark's 8-year, $28 million Nike deal has everyone talking, but some experts are calling it a misstep for women's basketball when stacked against Sabrina Ionescu's contract. The numbers reveal a surprising disparity, leaving many to question if this is truly a win for Clark or a missed opportunity for the sport.
So, when it comes to her deals, so Sabrina Ionescu signed a $24 million deal. When she came, a 5-year, $24 million. By the way, Caitlin Clark, was it 5-year or 4-year? A 4-year, $24 million deal.
That's not made up. She got 4 years, $24 million. Something's not adding up here, and it's not in Clark's favor. Let's do some quick math. Clark's getting $3, $5 million a year. Ionescu, she's pulling in $6 million. Can you believe it?
Caitlin Clark signed an 8-year, $28 million. So Caitlin Clark, coming out of college, signed a deal where she was earning $3 million more for 4 extra years.
Clark's locked in for twice as long, but making half as much. It's like she signed up for a marathon when everyone else is running a sprint. But it gets worse. Other players might soon be making way more than Clark. Think about it. She's stuck in this deal for 8 years. That's practically forever. In pro sports, while she's locked in, other stars could be signing bigger and better deals left. And right now, everyone's asking, how did Clark's team let this happen? It's like they forgot. She's not just any player, she's Caitlin Clark.
However, I will say that Caitlin Clark has created more buzz around the basketball landscape and has actually transformed and revived a league that was the WNBA, and she is getting paid a measly $28 million for 8 years.
The same Caitlin Clark who transformed the WNBA and just lit up the NBA All-Star Weekend, the one who's got everyone talking about the future of women's basketball. Industry experts are scratching their heads. They're saying things like this could be one of the biggest contract mistakes in women's sports.
Nike is obviously the biggest brand in athletic apparel, and Caitlyn seemed to be a perfect fit for the brand. $28 million at the time, while some people, including myself, were saying that this might be a little bit too low because of the superstar that she is. It seemed to be like a fantastic deal.
Ouch, that's not what you want to hear when you've just signed what should be a career-defining deal. So now we're all wondering, did Clark's agents drop the ball? And if they did, how bad is it really? Because from where we're sitting, it's looking pretty rough. They took a safe bet when they should have gone all in. It's like they forgot they were holding a royal flush. What do you think? Did Clark's team make a $50 million mistake, or is there something we're missing? Because right now it's looking like Clark might be watching from the sidelines as other players cash in on the deals she should be getting. Let's break down what really happened in that negotiation. Imagine the tension as offers start rolling in from the biggest names in sports gear. Clark herself is as actively involved in the negotiations. Adidas kicks things off, sending Clark some sweet shoes and even a prototype signature model. But their offer,
Companies were surprised how involved Caitlin Clark was. Is that during the calls with Adidas, she was there. Adidas sent Clark some shoes and even prepared a prototype signature model for her. Adidas bill fell far short of the mark, $6 million over 4 years.
That's measly $6 million over 4 years. Can you believe it? That's pocket change for a player of Clark's caliber. But wait, it gets better. Under Armour steps up to the plate with a serious offer.
In the end, the close contender Nike was Under Armour. Companies whose highest profile ambassador happens to be Curry. $16 million over 4 years with the signature shoe.
We're talking $16 million over 4 years, a signature shoe, and promotion on par with Steph Curry. Now we're talking. You'd think Clark's team would be all over this, right? Then Nike enters the chat. They come in hot with $5 million a year, and the chance to be the face of the Kobe brand. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
She offered $3.5 million per year, but no signature shoe. Caitlin will be the face of the Kobe brand instead. Clark and Nike. And I actually, unpopular opinion, I actually think that would be really cool. I think in hindsight, Caitlin Clark being the face of the Kobe brand would have been really, really cool. The problem is that if there's no signature shoe, and there's no way she would be doing that if she was getting long-term residuals.
That's the catch. No signature shoe. Clark's team pushes back. They want that shoe. It's a big deal for any athlete, especially one as marketable as Clark. So what does Nike do? They cave. So do they offer $3 million a year with a signature shoe?
Clark and Nike eventually down $3 million that include a signature shoe. So she's actually took less money to get a signature shoe. We had like $3.5 million in iPod, but that's way less than they offered Sabrina Ionescu.
You heard that right. They lock her in for years. That's practically forever in the sports world. And Clark's team, they took it. That was way less than they offered Sabrina Ionescu. Now everyone's scratching their heads. Why didn't they push for a shorter, riskier deal? A 4-year contract could have let Clark renegotiate when her star was even brighter. Instead, they settled for security over potential.
Or is there an awful lack of a bet on yourself? I genuinely think her agent, if she had like a super agent in Rich Paul, if she was with Clutch, I would be shocked if Juju Watkins in college is making less than Caitlin Clark is per year.
It's like they forgot they were dealing with Caitlin Clark, the same player who just lit up the NBA All-Star Weekend. Now, even Juju Watkins from college might get a better deal than a superstar. You might be wondering, how could they not see her potential? That's the million-dollar question, or in this case, the multi-million-dollar question, because now Clark might be watching from the sidelines as other players cash in on the deals she should be getting all. Because her team did bet on her becoming the superstar we all know she is. Clark's $28 million deal isn't just a missed opportunity, it's a wake-up call for athletes everywhere. The lesson: sometimes playing it safe is the riskiest move of all. Fast forward a few years, Clark's dominating the WNBA, just like everyone predicted. But here's where things get really interesting. While she's lighting up the scoreboard, there's a different kind of scorekeeping happening off the court, and the numbers, they're not looking good. For Clark fans are doing the math, and it's not pretty. Clark's potentially losing millions every single year.
It's just not a good deal from her agent whatsoever. And it's going to cost her a whole bunch more money. Like, it's going to cost her so much money. It's probably costing her, it's going to cost her millions. It's probably costing her the guts of 10 million this year.
Can you imagine watching your peers sign massive deals while you're stuck in a contract? That's starting to feel like a bargain. Been special, that's Clark's reality, right? Now, industry insiders are buzzing, and not in a good way. They're calling this one of the biggest contract mistakes in women's sports.
I think it was just the most conservative possible deal and taken over 8 years. So realistically, like, you come into the WNBA at 22, the vast majority of Caitlyn's prime is going to be under a terrible shoe deal.
Yikes, that's not the kind of record Clark was aiming for when she signed on the dotted line. Imagine spending your prime as a top player on that kind of deal now. Everyone's wondering, is there any way out for Clark, or is she trapped in a golden cage?
The biggest issue with my thing is that they took an 8-year deal. Like, you've got to bet on yourself. In my opinion, if you are a Caitlyn Clark, you have got to bet on yourself.
Because right now it's looking like she's locked into a deal that's aging like milk while her star power keeps skyrocketing. Here's where it gets even more frustrating. Other players are starting to sign new deals.
And one of the biggest things is always going to be the shoe deal. And Caitlyn Clark is probably, when it's all said and done, in 8 years' time, I would be absolutely shocked if Serena Ionescu, Aja Wilson, Fee Collier, even Juju, Paige, all of these players will be earning more money than Caitlyn Clark from her shoe deal.
We're talking contracts that make Clark's $28 million look like pocket change. AA, Wilson, Juju, Watkins, Paige, Beckers, they're all cashing in big time. Imagine being Clark right now. You are left wishing you negotiated a better deal. People are already talking about how the negotiation should have gone down.